That was class.
It's good. All right, you guys, let's get to it. We got a special guest coach today. Coach Austin's going to be demoing some movement, and you'll see him in future weeks, you guys. So similar stuff, you guys. I'll be shouting out what we're doing, the reps, the sets, all that stuff. And then Coach Austin will be doing some demoing stuff, and he moves very well. So he'll be a very good demo for you guys to watch on some stuff. We'll start on our trainers, you guys. We'll start with a standing puppy dog. So we have our hands up overhead. We're leaning into it. We know this one. On the trainer. So go hands on the trainer and face away. On the trainer.
Oh.
On the trainer with the way. No, right. And we're going hands up overhead, lean into it, elbows nice and straight. Belly stays tight, and we'll open up our shoulder to the standing puppy dog pose. You guys can rock side to side. You can go wide to narrow with the hands. Play with your positions. We are doing some pressing today. We got some chest work and a little bit of overhead work, and then obviously our midline. Hang out. Give me about 20 more seconds. Make sure we're breathing nice and deep on these longer stretches. So from there, you guys, we'll take our step forward, drop our hands down to about shoulder height, support yourself on your palms, and we'll go into our chest wall. Go into our chest wall. Elbows nice and straight. Lean into it as you see fit, diving into that chest wall a little bit. Again, about 20 more seconds, then we'll hit our shoulder extension. Support yourself on the palms. Spread open your fingertips. Get a nice deep fascial stretch. And from there, we're going half kneel position. Hands go up behind the back. And we'll get our shoulder extension. So open up your chest nice and big. And from there, we'll lean into it. Diving into some shoulder extension. You guys can lean forward as much as you want to. Work to keep those arms as close together as you can keep them. Palms down. And lean in as far as you want to, as far as that extension across the shoulder. Again, breathing nice and deep, using that air to help facilitate a little better stretch. And you guys can go ahead and relax. We'll hop up. Let's go through our normal arm series. So arm hugs, long arm swings, and Egyptians. 10 on each movement, 5 with each hand on top. Think heavy hands, nice, loose, long arms. We got 10 on the arm hugs, 10 on the long arm swings, and 10 on the Egyptians, 5 each side. Elbows stay nice and high on those Egyptians. And from there, we'll get our sunrise good morning, some nice wide stance. Tracing a big circle with the fingertips. Take your time. Open up. When you are overhead, reach up as high as you can. Spread open your hands, spread open your fingers. And get basically as nice and long as you possibly can. We're going 2 each way, 2 each way. We'll follow that up with some J curls, you guys. So let's get some nice rounding across the back. We'll get 3 on the J curls. Start by tucking your chin, roll your way down. Legs are straight, toes are straight ahead. Roll your way down and then roll your way back up. You guys can finish by reaching up overhead, just continuing that extension across the body. We're going for 3 on the J curls, going for 3. Going Once you guys have done your 3 reps, we are going baby makers, butt high, elbows back, pry open the hips, shimmy around, open up your squat. Not really squatting today at all, but we did squat yesterday, so it's always nice to dive into it. We have a couple squats. But shimmy around, rock side to side, play with your knee position. Use your elbows to your advantage. Hang out about 10 more seconds. And we will transition into a prayer squat. Nice deep squat, big chest, neutral spine. Kick open the knees with the elbows. Work to stay upright. And we're finding that ass to grass deep squat. Good squat, and Gail, Val, awesome. Right into it, Eddie, beautiful squat. Good work, you guys. Go ahead and squat out of it. Let's go 3 position squat. We got 3 nice and wide, 3 squats normal, and 3 squats narrow. 3 wide, 3 normal, and 3 narrow. Wide squats, kick open your knees. Normal squats, we know those, do them all the time. And narrow squats, work to keep your heels down. Three wide, 3 normal, 3 narrow. When you guys are done with your squats, we are going over unders, over, reach back and fold. We'll get 2 each way. Step over the imaginary hurdle with your front leg, step over with the back leg, reach and fold underneath. Beautiful, we're going 2 each way. Over, reach and fold. Make sure you guys set your back when you fold underneath. It's a hip hinge with your chest nice and big. And we'll get 2. From there, we're going right to push-up position. We got goat stretch. And we'll stick with just 1. 1 each way on the goat stretch, 1 on each side. Take your time. Elbow down to start for that lizard pose. Rotate in, rotate out. We'll point to the back wall and then single leg hammy. So hit all 5 positions. As always, take your time. Yeah, get those hips going, get some nice rotation across your upper back. Nice, good job. Once you guys have done 1 each side on the goat stretch, we're hopping up. We're going hand walks in place. We're going for 3. Let's get our shoulders going. Hand walks in place. So basically 3 forward, 3 backwards. Walk those hands out nice and far. Follow it with the toes. Legs stay straight. Walk the feet back. Follow it with the hands. Legs stay straight. You guys can obviously bend your knees to recover with the feet as you're walking them backwards. We're going for 3. Load up the shoulders. Open up the hammies. Take your time getting these done. And from there, we will grab our skinniest band. We got our skinny band. Let's start prepping our shoulders a little bit. So your skinny orange or your skinny yellow. We'll start with our dislocates. We're going 5 and 5. 5 nice and easy, so pretty wide across the band. And then 5 a bit more challenging. Elbows stay nice and straight. Butt tight, belly tight. Dislocates, we're getting 5 and 5. From there, we're getting supinated pull apart. So you guys can grab a single length or double up the band, palms up towards the ceiling, about shoulder width with your grip. And we're going for 25. 25 on the supinated pull aparts. Elbows stay straight. Try not to push the chest forward. Make sure we're stretching that band and the band goes and meets the chest. I'm not reaching forward with the chest to go meet the band. Obviously, palms up, elbows straight, especially once you fatigue. We're getting 25 on the supinated pull aparts. Once you guys have done your 25, you guys can toss that skinny band to the side. We'll get our ankles going. We'll start with our wall lean dorsiflexion. So find a wall, lean up against it with your butt, shoulders stay off the wall. We're picking up those toes as high as we can. Hang out for about a second or two, getting as much height as possible. Yep, right there's perfect. Butt against the wall. Doors, yep. Feet up front. Yeah, go on this one. Right here. There we go. Remember, the farther you go with your feet, the tougher it is. Shoulders stay off the wall, only your butt's in contact. Pick up your toes as high as you can. Set them back down. We're going for 20. So get a nice squeeze across the front of the shin. And hopefully we're getting a little higher each time on these. We've been working these pretty good recently.
Sorry, I thought you meant like dorsiflexion stretch against the wall.
And this is our squat in a nutshell. Our ability to close the ankles allows us to squat deeper, more comfortably. When you guys are done, we'll go into the single leg plantar flexion. So that'll be facing the wall just for a little bit of support. 1 foot up, and we're going to elevate the heel as high as you can. So peek out, squeeze the calf, and go back down. Don't let your heel touch. Let it come down about 1 millimeter from the ground so you maintain some good tension there, and then drive yourself back up. Single leg plantar or single leg calf raise, whatever you want to call it. Make sure when you do elevate the heel, your whole body raises up, not just your hips. So your hips, your shoulders, and your head all elevate towards the ceiling. And again, peek out, squeeze your calf as tight as you can, and then come back down and drive into your next one. We're going for 10 on each leg. On each side. When you guys finish those off, we're going to hit our midline, then we'll get our skydivers, then we'll get into it. So midline today will be side planks, and we have our 4 variations we can play with. So Coach Austin's going to hop down. The first one will be on your knees if you want to. This will be the easiest variation. If you want to make it a little tougher from here, you can elevate your top leg. So on your knees still, but elevate your top leg. Or we can go on our feet. Or we can elevate our top leg on our feet. So those are our 4 variations. We're going 45 seconds. Choose one that you think will be challenging. If you want to start with your top leg elevated on either variation, you can always bring it down throughout the 45 seconds. We will begin the first plank in 5 seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Pop those hips up. There we go, Gail. Nice. Good, you guys. Make sure your hips are nice and tight. So you're squeezing your butt. So we have a straight line from our shoulders all the way down through the heel or your knee, based on which variation you're doing. Don't let your hips sit back. We have 25 seconds. And obviously, we're working to keep our hips elevated off the ground, so they shouldn't be sagging towards the ground either. 15, 10 seconds, 5, and 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's hit the other side, side plank. Obviously match the variation you just did. 45 seconds again. The timer begins in 5. Timer begins in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 45 seconds. Hips are nice and high. your butt squeezed nice and tight so our hips are through, they're not sitting back at all. And really work to keep your top shoulder stacked on top of your bottom. Don't let that top shoulder creep in towards the ground. Want to keep it stacked. So basically from my elbow through my shoulder, it goes right to my other shoulder. There isn't an angle involved there. We're down to 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5. 3. 2. 1. Beautiful. Nice work, you guys. And finally, we'll cap off our warm-up with our prone skydivers. So we are on our stomachs. We're pointing our toes. Quads are tight. We're going to squeeze the butt, elevate our lower body. So elevate basically about our mid-quad down. And then from there, we're going hands up overhead, thumbs up towards the ceiling. You're going to reach up as high as you can. We'll go 5 with a 5-second hold. So get yourself set and ready to go. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Legs together, squeeze your quads, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Make sure you're squeezing your butt. That's going to protect your low back. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Last 2. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Beautiful. Good work, you guys. Take a little breather. We'll get into our strength. We will need some bands at our top anchor point. And I'm going to be pretty in-depth or detailed as far as setting up the bands because we're going to get Coach Austin involved as far as all the setups and all that stuff. So we're doing high volume push-ups and we're not doing them on our trainer. We are going to do them on the ground. But we're going to have some band assistance. So I'm going to set Coach Austin up probably with a heavy and a medium. So our heaviest band and our medium band. It's going through, or he's going through, it's going across the waist. And this is my assistance. The volume is going to be very high on these push-ups, you guys. So band accordingly to get these done. If you're a push-up stud or studette, you can obviously use fewer bands. But if you know you're going to need some assistance, obviously band accordingly, more and more bands as the volume gets higher. So get yourself set up. We have our top attachment. The bands are long. This is movement 1 for our strength series. We're inside the band. Just real quick, Coach Austin's going to demo. Can you go ahead and go down to push-up position? We're squeezing our butt cheeks nice and tight. We're going down. The bands are going to stretch out, and that's going to help us accumulate some good volume today. Can you just do 2 real fast? 1 and 2. Beautiful. So with this setup, you guys, our first set will be 30. First set of push-ups will be 30. So finish setting it up. If you guys are good with your setup, go ahead and get to it. You can go at your own pace. 30 reps for the first set of band-assisted push-ups. Use this as a marker if you need more or less band help. Our positions remain the same. We're going on the ground, so we stress our midline just a little bit more compared to our trainer. We want our full depth, so ideally chest touches the ground every rep. Obviously, keep track of your own reps. Get all 30 reps in. Take a little breather if you need to. When you guys are done with your 30, you can hop out of the bands. We'll move on to our next movement. Good push-ups, you guys. So keep in mind if you need more or less assistance because the volume is going to vary quite a bit throughout our sets on this. So next, you guys, we will need something for support. We're doing our single leg band resisted RDL with support. So something which you can grab onto so we're not worried about our balance and stability. We can just have something to gently tap and we can focus on loading up our hamstrings and our glutes. So typically your box, your bench, your couch, your wall, whatever you have. And just a review on this setup, you guys. I'm going cross body on the setup. So if I'm doing my right side, the band's under my right foot, I find my tension with my left hand And then I have my right hand open to support myself as I hinge over and drive myself back up. And this isn't here to really assist as far as the strength component. This is just here so I don't need to worry about the stability of the movement. All right, so get yourself set up. The rep count will be 8 on the right, 8 on the left, and then back to the right for 8 more, and back to the left for 8 more. Our back is set. We're loading up the hamstring, and our goal, as you'll see Coach Austin do, is to make a nice big letter T with our body over and over again. So we have the band-resisted RDL. That is beautiful, on point. And we have the bench, the box, whatever it is, just for the sake of taking the balance component out of this movement. So you guys can get your reps done. We're going 8 on each side, followed by 8 on each side. I'm just going to talk the whole time because I'm not doing the movements. I can coach you guys a little bit more today. And again, if you want a perfect demo, Austin is killing it right now. We're making a nice big letter T with our body. Our back leg has some stiffness. Our upper body is set just like it would be for a normal deadlift. 8 reps, switch it up, hit the other side, and then we'll go back to the first side and repeat 8 again on each side. So again, setting your resistance, you guys, make sure you choke up enough so you have some good resistance across the hamstring. And ideally, the arm that you're hanging on to the band with, it stays straight the entire time. Even if you lose resistance in the bottom, that's fine. And Eddie, that looks good. Gail, awesome. Val, good. So make these as challenging as you want to. It's all about where you position your hand on the band. We are going 8 and 8, and then finishing it up with 8 and 8 again. So we should be getting some nice loading across our hamstring. Glutes are working. Obviously, our back's working to stabilize. And use your support device, your assistance device, just for the sake of not wobbling side to side, falling all over the place. We want to be stable on this movement. 8 reps on each side, followed by 8 reps on each side. Guys are looking good. One final thing to think about on your leg that goes behind you, try not to open that toe up. Keep that toe pointed down towards the ground. Yeah, good adjustment, Eddie. I want that toe down towards the ground. That's going to keep our hips in a slightly better position as far as engaging the muscles we want to engage. Nice, Val. Good. Guys look good. Finish off your final sets, or your final reps, I should say. And we'll move on to another pressing movement. We have 2 more movements, and we'll start cycling through these. So as you guys do finish up, we will need our bands at our low anchor point. We're doing some incline pressing. So this would be heavy and medium band in our stubby Y. And I'll go over this setup once everyone's finishing up. So don't worry, I'm not going to leave you hanging. So we have our stubby Y setup. Ideally, our heavy band is cut in half on the anchor point, and then our medium band is cut in half on the heavy band. But obviously, you can go to a lighter setup if you want to. But this will be our stubby Y. It's nice and short, so we have some good resistance here because we're strong on this. And we're going half kneel, incline flies, followed by incline pressing. So bands behind the back, I go down to a half kneel position. My elbows are nice and tight. For the fly, I'm going wide. I want you guys to cut the range of motion once your hands fall in line with the shoulders, and then we're driving back up. We are getting 12 on the flies, and then we're going right into incline presses for 20. Flies, we got 12, right into pressing for 20. So on the fly, and if you need to, go to a lighter setup. So if this setup is too heavy, obviously use one of your lighter bands. For the fly, we're cutting it off. We have wide hands, but cutting it off about in line with the shoulders. trying to finish with your hands about forehead height. We'll get 12 on the incline fly. Control the bands. They want to take you all over the place. We got to fight them. Nice, Eddie. Good, Gail. Yeah, we got it. Yes. Very nice. So take your time on the flies. Want complete control on this movement. We'll go right into 20 on the incline press. When you go to your press, you may want to step out a little farther because we're super strong here, but that's your choice. Just make sure it's challenging. 12 on the fly, and then 20 on the press. Nice work, you guys. Good angles, good positions. I like it. $12 and $20. And then our final movement coming up, we will use this same setup for our final movement. And you guys could obviously add some bands to this if you want to, just to add a little resistance. There you go, Ann. Nice job. Beautiful. All right, guys, final movement. We're doing our pull throughs. So this is basically in place of our kettlebell swing. I have that same setup. I'm just going to loop my hands on the 2 holes that I have. Walk it out. Set your resistance. Try and find some adequate resistance on this. Hands stay high up in the crotch. Hinge over. Squeeze your butt at the top. The butt squeeze is very important. We're going for 20. These can be fairly repetitive, you guys. So as you hinge over, your knees can soften a little bit. And when you stand tall, squeeze your butt, squeeze your quads. Also, keep your arms long. So you'll notice on Coach Austin, his hands are going to pop out the back end. So your hands can pop through your legs. On the bottom position, arms stay nice and long. Obviously, back is set in the hole. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your quads. Yeah, we got it. Good swing position. And if you want more resistance, walk out a little farther, add that light band. Just make it a tough band combination. Get your 20 pull-throughs in, and we'll start cycling through. We'll pick up the pace just a little bit. So we're going back up to the top when you guys are done. So we will need that high anchor point. The push-ups will be high volume. Like I said, we're going 35. So band accordingly to get all 35 reps in. If you need to go to your trainer, that's obviously fine. But ideally, I want these in normal push-up position on the ground with that band supporting our hips a little bit. So we have the high anchor point. If you need very few bands, that's totally fine. In your setup, squeeze your butt nice and tight like you're pushing against the bands. Get yourself set up, and you guys can go at your own pace. We're going for 35. 35 on the band-assisted push-ups. Let's do it. Band enough so you can touch your chest every time. Chest touches the mat every time, or the ground. Yeah, good depth, Ann. Very nice. If you need to take a breather, that's totally fine. We're getting 35. 35 on the band-assisted push-ups. Super high volume for push-ups. Nice, Gail. Good work, you guys. Keep chipping away. Get those done. Our chest will get a little break as we go into our posterior chain again. Awesome job, you guys. Really good depth all the way through. I love it. Very nice. So finish those off. When you are done, we'll need that medium band. That really works the best for this. You could go light if you wanted to, but the heavy band is a little too much. We're doing the single leg band resisted RDL with support. And this would just be one set, you guys, of 12 reps. So 12 reps on each side. We're not going to repeat side to side. So 12 on the right, 12 on the left, or obviously switch up that order. And again, Austin's doing a pretty solid demo here, making a nice big letter T with his body. Stiffness across the back leg, so don't let the back leg go limp. Keep that back toe pointed towards the ground. That's going to orient our hips in the best position. And then obviously as we hinge over in our upper body is set just like a normal deadlift. Nice straight back position. Challenge yourself band resistance wise by choking up on the band, and ideally the hand hanging onto the band, that arm is nice and straight. Even if you lose a little tension in the bottom, that's totally fine. We're going 12 on each side. Take your time, no rush. And then we will get a little breather across the hamstrings as we go into chest for our next movement. $12 on each. We have our bench or our chair, whatever we have there, just for a little tap, just to maintain our balance and take out any wobbles side to side. As you fatigue, make sure you guys work to keep your chest open in the bottom. Keep your chest nice and big in the bottom. We've got 12 on each side. Once you guys have done your 12, we will need the stubby wise setup at our low anchor point. This would be for our incline flies plus our incline press. And for both these movements, whether it's the fly or the press, we're trying to finish with our hands about forehead height. So we're just playing with the angle a little bit, trying to engage a little bit more of our upper chest and shoulders. Half kneel position, we'll start with those flies. Those will stay at 12. So the flies, we're going wide with the hands, stable in the shoulder. And once your hands fall in line with the shoulder, that's your cue to drive back up to your finishing position. We'll get 12. 12 of the incline fly. Right into 20 on the press. And again, feel free to step out a little farther on that press if you want more resistance. You are very strong in that position. $12 plus 20. Nice work, you guys. Good presses. Finish them off. We will hit our pull throughs next, and we're going to cycle through one more time. Then we have on the longer side conditioning today, so a little bit longer today. And tomorrow will be our normal recovery day. Good amount of stretching and mobility work, a little heart rate elevation about halfway through. So we'll finish with our pull throughs, you guys. We will need our same setup. You may want to add an extra band. Hinge hard in the hips. Your knees can soften up. You guys can see Coach Austin for a demo on this again. Your knees will soften up as you hinge in the hips. And when you stand tall, squeeze your butt, squeeze your quads. Arms stay long and keep your hands high up in the crotch. Keep your hands high in the hip. And don't go quite so deep. So cut it just a little bit short on the hinge just to maintain your back position. Right there is fine. Beautiful. Good. Good, you guys. Work to keep your hands high up in the hips. Don't let your hands drop below your knees. Fight for your chest in the bottom. We're sticking with 20 if I didn't say. 20 on the band pull-throughs. And then we have one more time through. And then we have our conditioning after that. Then we'll stretch. Nice job, you guys. Very good. So as you're finishing it off, you guys, here's what I'd like to do for this last set of push-ups. If you can, bring down the bands a little bit. So Austin has a heavy and a medium. He's going to take off the medium band and just have a heavy. We're going 20 for the volume push-ups. We're going to rest, and then we're going 20 again. So 40 total, so still high volume, but 2 smaller sets. But ideally with a little less assistance. So a little less help from the bands. So bringing the bands down just a little bit. We'll get our 20 push-ups to start. Take a breather. The rest should be about, we'll call it about 30 seconds. Everyone will be at different spots, but about 30 seconds. I'm watching you guys and I'll say, hey, maybe get started again. 20 on the push-ups, rest for about 30 seconds, and then 20 more. And this ideally is with a little less assistance. Good push-ups, you guys, very nice. Nice, Sam. Once you guys got in about 30 seconds, so a little rest. Go back in for your second set of 20. And that'll be our last set of push-ups. Maintain your full range, you guys. Maintain your full range of motion. Bless you.
Thanks, Coach.
20 plus 20. Those final 20 push-ups should get a little spicy. Good job, Am. Good work, Eddie. Finish them off, you guys. Finish them off. Nice, Gail. We will need that medium band for our final set of single leg RDLs. So make sure you have access to that. So the final set on this, you guys, only 9 reps. But I do want you guys to add a little more tempo on the way down. So really work to control the lowering phase, the eccentric phase. So about 3 seconds. So 9 reps. Nice job, Val. 9 reps. We're going about 3 seconds on the way down. Same positions. Everything's the same. But just make sure you're stable. And we're stressing the hammy just a tad more. So about a 3 count on the way down. Don't add too much speed on the way down. Take your time. Really elongate that hamstring and feel it. And then drive yourself back up. And we're hitting 9 on each side. 9 on each side. Nice work, you guys. A lot of control. I like it. Very good. Nice job maintaining some good stiffness across your back leg. Working to keep that toe down towards the ground. Don't let it open up. It wants to, but you got to fight it. Nine on each side with that 3-second eccentric phase. Once you guys do finish these off, we will need our stubby Y at our low anchor point. And we'll get our half kneel incline flies plus incline press. The flies will stay at 12. The press, I want to finish it off with 25. So just a couple more reps. So we have the stubby Y setup. Flies for 12. We're in a half kneel position. Right into pressing for 25. Right into pressing for 25. Flies, hands are nice and wide. And they finish pretty much in line with the shoulders. That's your deepest range of motion there. Pressing, elbows will be tucked in and hands will be a lot closer together. 25 on the presses. Once you guys have done your 12 plus 25, you are done with the movement, and we will move on to our final movement. And we will finish with our pull throughs, you guys. Those will stay at 20. No change there. Really work on setting your back position, work on your hand position, and squeezing your hips and quads at the top. This is basically a kettlebell swing, just without the kettlebell. Arms stay nice and long. Try not to have tension across your arms. And obviously open up your chest in the hole to help maintain your back position nice and flat. So as you guys do finish, the only thing we're gonna need workout-wise will be our bag. So we'll need our Bulgarian bag. And then just open space. So rest up as I explain the workout, you guys. We're gonna go. We're going 6 minutes because I want to leave time to stretch. The rounds are kind of on the longer side. We'll see what we can get through in 6 minutes. 6 minutes, we're going 5 double push-up burpees. We're going 20 hollow body rocks, 20 bag push press, and then we're gonna go 20 each side boss mans. So double push-up burpee, if you're unfamiliar, you guys can check out Coach Austin. He'll just demo one real quick. We go down, we do 2 push-ups, and then we finish our burpee. Go to your knees if you need to, hop up and clap. Beautiful. Double push-up burpee. Then into hollow body rocks, bag push press, and then finally boss mans. So this would be 5 on the double push-up burpee. It'd be 20 on the hollow body rocks, 20 bag push press, and 20 each side boss mans. And I'll say that throughout the workout a bunch of times so we don't lose track of where we're at and what we're doing. So let's try and get started. So we have some time to stretch in about 30 seconds. We're going 6 minutes, so it is relatively short. We're shooting for maybe 2-3 times through, something like that. And we're starting with those double push-up burpees. 5 double push-up burpees, 20 hollow body rocks, 20 bag push press, and then 20 each side Bosmans. So 5, 20, 20, 20. Any final questions, please let us know. Otherwise, we will get to it.
Back push press. Grab handles or grab.
No, just cup the bag. Yeah. All right, let's get to it. We are going in 10 seconds. 6 minutes. In 5, in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Double push-up burpees for 5. Hollow body rocks, we're going for 20. Fight for a challenging position. Don't make it too easy on yourself, but obviously manageable, so we're maintaining the best position we can. Our low back is rounded the entire time, so we're always rocking, never collapsing on the ground. From there, we're heading to our bag, also 20.
Okay.
We have 20 on the bag push press. And finally, we have our Bosmans. We have our Bosmans 20 on each side. After your push press, we're going back to our Bosmans 20 on each side. Very repetitive on the Bosmans, you guys. Just up and down, up and down. That's the goal. We're 2 minutes in. We got time for at least 2 rounds. If not 2.5. After your Bosmans, we're going back to those double push-up burpees for 5. All right, we're halfway done. Hollow rocks 20. We have 2 minutes left. We're to our bag push press for 20, or once you're done with your hollow rocks, bag push press 20. 90 seconds. After your back push press, knock out those boss mans. We'll try and get back to the double push-up burpees. Final minute. Forty seconds. Try to finish off those burpees if you can. $20. 10. 5. And 3, 2, 1. That's time. Great job, you guys. Very good. Nice job, Austin. All right, guys. So we're going to our straddle position. Let's recover. Close your mouth. Breathe through the nose. Nice and wide with the feet. At least get your hands down. If not, elbows. Strap. Open those legs up nice and wide. We'll go center, side, side, then back to center. On the second center, see if you can get a little deeper. So hang out. Big inhales, big exhales, ideally through the nose. And we'll also get our hip flexors at the end. Let's go to the right side, to the right side. And left side. And back to the center. Try and get those elbows down. Get your forehead down. Get something down. All right, so you guys go ahead and relax. We will get our couch stretch so you guys can elevate or hook your back leg on your bench. You can go just in a lunge position and grab your back foot. We want to get those hip flexors a little bit. So I'm going to typically go on the bench. You can run your foot up a wall. Whatever you want to do, whatever knee is down, squeeze that butt cheek nice and tight. Push those hips forward just a tad. And we'll work to stay upright. We should get a nice stretch across the anterior portion, so the front portion of the hip. Hang out here about 20 more seconds, then we'll hit the other side. Go ahead and relax. Let's switch it up. Other side, other side.
In like 20 seconds, I gotta go make Danny. Only this week, though.
No, yeah. All right, last 10 seconds and we are all done. And go ahead and relax. Good work, you guys. Awesome job today. You get to see a
Awesome
little bit
job.
more of Austin in the future, so he's a good demo for stuff. Good work, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow for a little recovery day. Some good stretching. See you, Gail. Nice job. See you, Val. And Eddie, great work.
Yes.